All right, so I'm making this video and it does sound controversial, right? Because just the world is so fucked that sounds weird to say, right? That to be successful, you have to be like Jesus. It is so weird because 90% of the gurus that tell you how to make money online, they tell you all these different methods, they're all degenerates. Most of these people are degenerates. Most of these people do weird stuff, or they do OnlyFans, or they even sell ways to do OnlyFans. And I actually, when I was 18, I even sold not OnlyFans, but I sold a mentorship that I explained OnlyFans. So, I'm not a saint, right? We're all sinners. This is kind of the point of this video. But what I want to say in this video is very, very simple. If you want to succeed in life, forget about the motivation stuff. Forget about, all the people that say, you have to get to 10K a month. You have to get to, buy this, buy that. It's all bullshit. It is literally all bullshit. Because number one, going to chase a material thing will only leave you empty inside. I don't know if it ever happened to you, bro, but when I usually am always focusing on, I'm gonna get to, this exact, goal, or I'm gonna buy this and then I'll be happy. The moment that you, first of all, buy material things, after a couple of days, after a period of time, that magic, that, oh, cool, vanishes, right? And even like chasing monetary goals, bro, is not gonna give you any satisfaction after a while, because then you're gonna just chase the next big thing. Let's say you want to get to 10K a month. Cool, you got 10K a month. Now you got to get to 20K. Now you got to get to 30K. You're never gonna be satisfied. That's why there's billionaires that are never satisfied. They always want to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they literally lose themselves along the way, literally, right? So if you want to do that, that's totally fine. I'll just tell you that it's gonna be full of distractions. It's gonna be full of all these different things tempting you. You're gonna lose yourself along the way if you're gonna chase material things. But what I was talking about actually before with my student is the actual best way to get results in life is to literally basically get all the ideals, get all the principles that, for example, I'm a Christian, but you can still get value from this, that Jesus gave, and use those in your life. Meaning, instead of chasing material things, chase values, chase principles. Instead of chasing 10K a month, chase, I'm gonna be the best person that I can possibly be, or I'm just gonna uphold my values. You literally can, go and write on your notebook, what are your values? What do you actually value in your life? What do you actually, is it your family? Is it being good? Is it being somebody that is generous, will give to the poor with that money? Whatever it is, write down your values, write down what really makes you and who is yourself, or who you want to become. Let's say, you have these values, but you're not following them at all, which is totally fine. We all get lost. Write these things down. And every single day, focus on that thing there. Getting to basically being the type of person that you want to be when it comes to the values, when it comes to the principles that outline your life. Instead of, I'm gonna, work so hard to get a Mercedes and then I'll be happy. It's gonna be a shallow life, bro. It's gonna be a very shallow, like I live that life. I actually have a video on how I spent 180K, and I don't feel any more fulfilled, to be fair. I did so many things. I had so many experiences. I even bought a Rolex, for example. I bought the Rolex. It's cool. Yeah. Now I'm, my mind is like making me think, I gotta buy a Daytona now, right? Instead of a Datejust, I have a Datejust. And they're just material things, bro. You're just gonna want to get the best and the best, and then it's just a cycle, and you're gonna lose yourself in the process. Well, if you chase values and you chase ideals and principles that you see yourself in or you want to be, those values, the cool thing about those values, when it comes to even Jesus, the values that he upholds, the principles that he upholds on, even loving your enemy, or just loving your enemy is kind of an analogy on, just being the kindness that you can be and being the most, basically, morally superior person you can be. The power of these ideals and basically living life trying to meet those ideals, meet those principles that are so important for you, is that principles, unlike material things, are not finite. They're infinite things, right? Principles are not things that end. Meaning, if you're chasing kindness, if you're chasing even ambition, to be fair, principles, values, or just being the best person you can possibly be, and of course, trying to understand exactly in details what that entails, those things are not finite, like getting a car or getting a watch, because once you get that, it's there, you know, it's on your wrist, you're like, oh, okay, cool, you know, you stay a month and then it kind of loses its thing, and you know, it's just a material thing, right? It's there. Once you get it, you're just going to chase the next thing. Well, with values and principles, they're infinite, so you're always going to be every single day trying to meet these infinite ideals that you're never going to reach, because you're never going to be like Jesus, you're never going to be like these ideals that you want to become. But if you put them as the base protocol of your life, trying to meet these values and principles and morals that outline you and the type of person that you want to be, which can even be like being a responsible person, being a person that takes care of people, being a person that takes care of himself, being a person that helps people in the best way possible, right? But of course things, and this is why I'm saying being Christ-like, because in my opinion, being Christ-like is the most close to being perfect that you can be. So you can already use Christ as a figure, you know? If you chase being Christ-like every single day, and instead of chasing the money, instead of chasing material things, you're gonna feel way more fulfilled, bro. You're gonna feel way more satisfied. I'm gonna give you an example when it comes to sales, right? Literally in a sales call, if you focus on the material, if you focus on the actual like, oh, I'm gonna get the commission, I'm gonna get the 2K, I'm gonna get the 3K, you know, and focus on the money in the bank, this is gonna make you lose sales for two reasons. Number one, it's gonna make you unconsciously sound desperate, because even though the prospect doesn't know what you're thinking, even if you're thinking it for a split second of the fact that you're gonna get the commission if you close the deal, the prospect is gonna see it. They're gonna see it because they're looking at you. You know, if you're not like a master at acting, you're gonna be able to sound. You're gonna sound a little bit more desperate in general if you're constantly thinking about the money in your bank account in the call. While if you are not thinking about that and you're focusing on the ideals of the call, and the principles of the call, meaning you doing the best possible call that you can do, and being the best possible closer that you can be, understanding the best possible way the needs and basically what the prospect wants and how to actually help him in the best possible way. If you focus on your performance, then the money will come, and you're gonna close way more deals than just focusing on the money in of itself. It's just a very brief example on how valuing ideals, valuing morals is superior than valuing material stuff, right? Try to live this and apply this every single day. So as I said, write those values, write those principles that make you or you want to be, that define you as the best possible person you can be. And focus on that instead of focusing on hitting 10K a month, focusing on getting this car, this watch. Been there, done that. Doesn't work, okay? Very, very simple. So yeah, this is something that I learned later on, and I decided to just transfer this value to you. And I hope you did get value from this video, bro. And yeah, if you actually want to learn how to actually make money in a sane way, not doing OnlyFans, not doing weird stuff, and actually, making sure you become the type of person that can end up being the perfect man for you, for your standards, then send me a DM and I can see if I can help you out, bro. Perhaps even get you to work in sales, because in my opinion, sales is the best possible thing you can do to actually reach that type of standards. Or if not, I'm gonna see if I can give you some free sauce.